Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world and whatever you're doing. It is the grade level meeting video for 2014, getting you ready for our August 29th Professional Development Day. My name is Chris McGee. I'm the Science and Social Studies Coordinator, and you can reach out to me 3 different ways. 1, on Twitter, 2, by phone, 3, via email. Don't be afraid to pick up that phone, and don't be afraid to shoot that email in case you have a question from any of this. And don't forget, pause the video at any point in time where you want to see things on the screen, but I'm going to keep things moving. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to celebrate all the great work that we did last year. Special thanks to our vertical team from Science, Social Studies, as well as our Science and Social Studies facilitators. Let's talk about science here for a second. We authored 230 different drafts. That was around 265 pages, nearly 300,000 characters. Tons of curriculum was authored last year. For social studies, 113 pages, 53 different drafts, over 100,000 different characters. Lots of opportunities to try and revise and draft and revise and draft. We even came together this past summer and did some more work. Our kindergarten through 5th grade teachers, 132 hours of time devoted to working on our curriculum and getting it ready to go. We worked on a sheet that looked like this, which gave us tasks for each content area, and really worked hard to try and accomplish what we needed to over the summer. So with our curriculum, we removed all of our grade level expectations, and for science, drafted something really amazing devoted to the next generation science standards. For social studies, we threw away those GLEs, and we looked ahead to our C3 framework, the college, career, and civic life. We also leveraged both of those to make some really new, exciting goals. For social studies, there are 10 goals that'll be spread throughout the year that cover everything from culture all the way down to civic ideals. For science, we look at 7 different seven different learning goals that spreads across all the different content areas. Patterns, cause and effect relationships, scale, quantity, systems. Really great stuff here in those learning goals. We got together after drafting those learning goals and started to develop a timeline. What would it look like to change our curriculum from what it is now to something new? So we drafted this, and we're on draft number 4, and I'm sure there'll be 5 and 6 as we move forward for science, looking at what needs to happen before we're ready to implement in the 2016-2017 school year. For social studies, same thing. Spread it on out, really looking for that 2015-2016 timeline. We really don't want science and social studies to be implemented at the same time. So we staggered them. That does change our timeline and our tasks that need to be accomplished. Our biggest shift is 4th grade is going to need, instead of teaching 800 years of history and Missouri, we're just focusing on Missouri because we're moving that 800 years of history into a different location. So really shrinking, trying to make 4th grade easier for this year so that way there's time to sort of catch and get ready to go into our new curriculum the following year. So what does it look like? The content may shift in your grade level. So we have a spreadsheet with this, and I'll give you a copy of it as we go. We also have different content for social studies, and all of this stuff here is still in the working area. You see draft written across it, though we're trying to take these different things and then package them into really nice units for trimesters. Our middle school even is experiencing a shift where we see 6th grade is moving to U.S. history, and 8th grade is doing some more world issues from the present day. One thing to note, as we think about science and social studies, the state of Missouri really recommends that we try and hit 30 minutes of science, 30 minutes of social studies per day. Okay, that's if you're in K1-2. If you're in 3-4-5, 40 minutes of science, 40 minutes of social studies per day. When we did an audit of our curriculum and our implementation and how much time we're devoting to it, we're seeing we're drastically short in all of our classrooms. So that really does impact our kids throughout the year. They're literally 12,000 minutes behind the recommendation of minutes. So we really want to make sure that we really try and give time. So how are we going to find that time in our schedule? We're going to have to manage it differently. We're going to have to really look at those cross-curricular connections. Where is there an opportunity in our art block or in our literacy block to really bring in those science and social studies concepts? Don't forget, if you need something, there are kits available for you. The social studies kit is available. It should be in your library. Let me know if it isn't. The science kit, not only does that get delivered to your door, but we have an access that you can search. Type in that web address, hit Control F on your keyboard, and type in what you're looking for. You need modeling clay? We've got modeling clay. Whatever you need, I'm sure it's there. Some important dates for you to, not those kind of dates, important dates for you to know. Put these on your calendar. We are looking for facilitators for science as well as social studies and vertical team members for science and social studies. So pause your screen. Look at those dates if you can make it and join us. Here are our dates for science. Pause your screen, look at those dates, let us know. We have a long to-do list of things to get accomplished that are set forth by our timeline. These are our lists for science. This is our list for social studies. Long story short, we need you. We need at least, at the minimum, 1 to 2, maybe even 3 people at each grade level in each building to help us out to make sure these timelines are thought through. We've created the things that need to be created so that way when you go to start teaching day 1 of your new curriculum, you have everything you need. We can't do it alone. We need a team to make that happen. In case you're interested in learning more about science or social studies and the things that we've done, please feel free to check out those web addresses. We've done a little research and kind of finalized exactly what would be helpful for you in your classroom. So please feel free to check those out if you are interested. This has been the Grade Level Video. I'm Chris McGee. I'll see you on August 29th, where we'll talk more about science and social studies. Thanks so much for your time, your attention, your effort, your talents. You guys are awesome. Talk to you soon. Thanks.